Hi, I'm Titan Capri with Titan in the Morning. Titan in the Morning is a morning wake up to get your day started. We grab our cups, we put a topic in the cup, and we take a sip of what's in that cup. It's a whole lot of peace, love, real topics, and truths. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursdays. So grab your cup and remember it's a sip and not a slurp. Good morning. Good morning. Hold on. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Hey, y'all know what today is. Y'all know what it is. Look, I got the red popping today. We didn't had a little bit going on over the weekend, and we're going to talk about it. But yes, come on in. Come join me this morning. Where you at? Okay. Hey, good morning. It's been a while, huh? Hey, good morning. Hey, new hire. Good morning, Charlotte. Good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Come on in. Hey, good morning, Bertha Wilson, 71. She said, good morning, sunshine. Good morning. Hey, Leon. Hey, good morning. Now, y'all know what we got to do this morning. Y'all know it's Titan in the Morning, and y'all know how we do it. We come in and we say good morning. We say good morning. But when you type it, right? When you say it, you got to have all those O's and R's and N and INGs in it. You got to say, good morning. Hey, Charlotte. She said, okay, yeah, look, I'm happy to be with you too, Charlotte. Come on in this morning. New high. Yes, indeed. Bertha said, with all God's blessings. Come on. That's how we doing it, with all God's blessings. Bring it on in. You want to say good morning. Come on in and say good morning. Hold on. Let me fix this turtleneck because I feel like I got a little something wild going on over here. Wait. What's going on with this piece of hair? Hold on. All right, there we go. All right. Hey, Darmo 22. Good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Get the good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Carl. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all come in this morning. So y'all know that it's time for Titan in the Morning. And this morning we're talking about listen to the clock on the wall. I'm going to go ahead on and start with the topic a little early so y'all can get prepared. But I need for y'all to tell me where you're from and what's in your cup. Where you from and what's in your cup this morning, because I feel like I got some new people in here this morning and I want to talk to y'all just a little bit. TikTok, tap the middle of that screen. Let me know that y'all are in. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, all of y'all. Come on in. Come on. Yeah. Podbean, y'all come on in and come talk to me. Okay. Yes. Hold up. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. That's what we're doing this morning. That's how we're doing it. Look, y'all, we had a long weekend. The weekend was good. I mean, there was a lot going on. But I want you to come in this morning and let's talk about it. Come on. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Okay. Look, I'm not mad at it. Look, everybody is welcome. Okay. Let's see what we got over here. Matt say you sound like someone. I can't place my finger on it, though. That's all right. When you place your finger on it, Matt, let me know. Bertha said, NYC in my cup is all blessings. In her cup is all blessings. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Where you from and what's in your cup this morning? Where you from and what's in your cup this morning? Okay. Charlotte said, H-Town sipping on that black tea with lemon. Come on, black tea with lemon. That's what we got to do. Hold on, y'all. Like, look, I got some new lights in here today. And I think that, okay, there we go. That's better. I keep flashing like I'm bright. You know what I mean? So look, everybody, y'all come in, tell a friend, talk to a friend, tap the middle of that screen, TikTok, let me know that you are in, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, everywhere you at. Y'all come on in and come talk to me. Show me some thumbs up. Show me some hearts. Show me some love. Y'all show me. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all show me some. So if y'all noticed this morning, right, I am very much with the red. I got the red glasses. I got the red bracelet. I got the red HIV ribbon in my ear. All of this good stuff like that. What I want you to do is to understand what this red signifies, right? So we just now we celebrated World AIDS Day, right? And World AIDS Day is a day to commemorate those that we have lost, but then also those of us that are still in the fight, right, with HIV and AIDS, okay? And so sometimes what happens is we don't really understand what it is because we don't know. So this morning, I just wanted to take a moment, and then I wanted to say thank you to those that are out there in the fight, those that are advocating, those that are doing for HIV, those that are in the fight, like myself. So this weekend was great, right? It kicked off really kicked off Thursday, kind of. But then Friday, I went to see the one, the only, the iconic Janet Jackson, right? So I was in that mug, pleasant principle. Man, when I tell you, I'm telling y'all, somebody said, oh, well, you know, the concert wasn't really all of that. Man, whatever. You might not be a Janet fan. You might not like Janet like that. But I'm going to tell you something. I was sore on Saturday, okay? Because Friday, it was nostalgia. It took me all the way back. I remember people and times and things like that. Come on, Janet, I don't care what they say. Hey, good morning, Danita. Good morning. You see what I'm talking about? I love all them O's and R's and INGs, right? That's what I'm talking about. Y'all show me some thumbs up. Show me some hearts. Show me some love. TikTok, tap the middle of that screen over there. Podbean, show me some hearts over there. I see some hearts coming up over there. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Danita. Look, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. You got to be in the moment, right? You have to be in the moment for things to really manifest themselves, okay? So I never, when I was first diagnosed, right, I never thought that I would be where I'm at now, right? And so I'm in such a good place. I'm on purpose. I'm on my journey. I'm living my life. I am who I feel that I know God made me to be, right? And sometimes, y'all know we talk about the 3 P's. You are in power, position, and purpose. Sometimes your position may not look that great, but you still have power. You still have purpose. And so what I've been doing these last couple of years is that I've been trying to make sure that I'm in that purpose. And I didn't really know, well, let's say I kind of knew what my purpose was, but I wasn't in my purpose, right? And so it's been about 4 years now that I've really been walking in this purpose and doing this, but things really started to change, right? Really started to change. It was a setup, right? You set up, you know, for me to fly. But things started to change this year in particular because I stepped into who I truly was. I stepped into exactly what I feel God placed in me. I feel that the universe put me in this location, in this moment, in this time continuum to make sure that I do. And I effect change and I'm pushing things and stuff like that. So I'm saying all of this because 18 years ago, I was diagnosed with AIDS. And so World AIDS Day means so much more to me now than it ever did, you know, before, right? Because I'm still here. Y'all know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning. I'm still here. I am still here this morning. And so on Friday, when we celebrated World AIDS Day, we commemorated, we talked about those that we've lost to the disease and to the virus and in this fight. But we also want to uplift those of us that are still in this fight, those of us that are still advocating, those of us that are still thriving in our diagnosis, right? So don't get me wrong, it's for me, but it's also for everybody else. I want to uplift everybody. So World AIDS Day is important to me as it is to thousands and millions of other individuals that are living and thriving in their diagnosis, but also for those that are not thriving in their diagnosis, right? And I want to talk to you just for a moment this morning. I'm here for you. We're here for you. We are a family. We are a community. We are here. So if you don't know, if you can't find out, if you're looking under a rock and you don't see me, then look no further. I'm right here. I'm right here. We are here advocating for everybody. We're here advocating to make sure that we are good. come on in and let me know, and then we can do that. And I'm talking like this because sometimes we talk such on a high level. No, no. Come on over. Come on over and see Titan. Let's go get us something to eat. Let's grab us a drink and let's just chop it up for a moment, right? That's what we need in this world today. So World AIDS Day meant so much more to me now than it ever meant, because I'm in my purpose. I'm on my journey. I know what I'm here to do, and I'm doing it, and I'm being recognized, and you can see me and understand, and you know, look, I'm kind of jumbled up this morning, but know what things mean. Somebody asked me, well, why are you celebrating World AIDS Day? Y'all sitting up here celebrating AIDS? And I said, I was diagnosed with AIDS. I thought I was dead. I thought I was gone. So while I commemorate, why I celebrate those that have went on before me, right? And then I don't want to say, like just words like that, but those that have went on before me, I'm celebrating those of us that are still here in this fight. Those of us that are standing right in front of you, to the left of you, to the right of you. I want to celebrate those. That's why sometimes you don't understand. People always say, well, what does World AIDS Day mean? Why are you doing that? Learn a little something, right? And if you don't know it, just ask Titan. I'm going to tell you. Right? I'm going to tell you, we have lost a lot of people, right, to this disease, this pandemic, this epidemic. We have lost so many people, and most of the time it's because of stigma that we are losing quite a few people now here in 2020, 2021, 2023, right? So take a moment, right? Take a moment. I know World AIDS Day was Friday, but take a moment and just have a moment for those that have passed. And then have a moment for that friend, that family member, that sister, that brother, that aunt, that uncle that is still living here now. And you can talk to them and give them their flowers while they're here. And so let them know how they've impacted your life. Let them know that they have a safe space. Let them know that there are people out there willing to fight for them. So World AIDS Day, right? It's not only for those that we have lost. It's for those of us that are still fighting. It's for those of allies that are still here. So I want y'all to do that for me today. If you don't know anything about World AIDS Day, Google it, right? But I'm telling you what it is now, and I want you to do that. Hey, good morning, Klepto Guns. Good morning. Say fire. Okay, come on with it. Okay. Klepto Guns said Memphis, Tennessee. That's what I'm talking about. Memphis 10. Memphis 10. Sarita said, I missed it, lost a dear cousin. Indeed, and we hold space for you, Sarita, in that, because a lot of times what we don't do is that we don't commemorate the dead. We don't talk about those that have passed on, right? And there is a lot of things. So someone asked me this weekend, they said, well, Titan, I didn't even know you were suffering, right? And I just saw you on social media. I just saw you doing this and this. And so I just thought you were just doing this and this and doing that. And I was like, no, like there's a method to my madness. You know what I'm saying? But I'm advocating for those who can't advocate for themselves, right? And I think I got to turn this. Hold on. Do I need to turn? Okay, there we go. I'm advocating for those who can't advocate for themselves. And so sometimes it looks like I'm on here bragging, I'm on here boasting, I'm on here doing this, but that's not it. And if you know me, you know I don't brag and boast like that at all. However, I do have to bring light to these things, to the stigma, to the hurt, to the shame that still goes around our community. And I'm not saying it's outside of our community, only outside of our community. It's in our community as well. But you have to understand that I have quite a few communities, right? I'm a Black gay man who's HIV positive. I'm a son, I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a cousin, I'm a friend, right? I'm a provider. I'm all of these things. We have intersections. So you can't just silo me and put me right here and say, this is what it is. You got to understand that part, right, y'all? Look, so I don't want to batter anybody. I don't want to bruise anybody. But look, let me tell you something. If you step close to this light and you get a little singe, that's on you. That is on you. Hey, good morning, Damien, dancer extraordinaire. Good morning. I haven't seen you. You know what, Damien? I think you owe me a lunch or brunch or something. You know, I just thought about that. I think I need to cash that in for the end of the year. Is that coupon still good? Is it still good? Okay, good morning. Sarita said, wow, this is so eye-opening. Bertha said, amen, God bless you so much. Hey, covered by God's grace. Linda, she said, oh, you got your hair done. It looks really nice. Look, covered by God's grace. Don't be calling me out like that. Yes, I did get it done, though. You see it? Okay? But them locks are locking. Do you see it? Them locks are locking. When I tell you, I walked up out of that loctician chair and I said, dodo, dodo. Okay, coming by God's grace said, good morning from Brooklyn. Brooklyn with 2 O's. Yes. Matt said, what I mean is you sound friendly, and this has been a break like. Okay. You sound like someone I know, but we've never met. You know what? And I'm with that. I am with that right there. I am with that. Hey, Nunu, she said, grand rising, looking wonderful. God bless. Hey, Nunu, good morning. Covered by God's grace, Linda said, yes, I lost my BFF during the beginning of the HIV pandemic because people didn't know who to care for. Let me tell you, let me tell you what I know. And I'm glad you mentioned that, covered by God's grace. A lot of times people say, oh, well, it's 2023. I'm going to talk about like right now. Like we know we lost so many people in the beginning of the pandemic, and I hold space for your cousin because I know how it is to be isolated, to not know who to help, to not know whether or not I can get help, to not even be able to get medical assistance, right? Even in 2023, y'all, it is still stigma out there around your status, around disclosure, around who can do what. There's still ignorance around whether or not if you kiss somebody, if you touch somebody, if they sweat on you. There's still ignorance around HIV, right? There's still ignorance around AIDS. People don't even know what HIV means. People don't even know what an AIDS status is or a latter stage of HIV, right? People don't know. And so World AIDS Day, while it is to remember those that we've lost and to think about those that are still in the fight, it's education, right? It's knowledge. Knowledge is power. And so most of the time when y'all see us over here, y'all talking about we barking and doing all this kind of stuff, we educating. Y'all know me, I love to have a conversation. I'm going to have one, and that's what we going to do, right? That's what we going to do. Okay? Quinn says, Big Randy does not like people who brag. Okay? Look, Quinn, look, you're right about that. You're right about that, okay? Covered by God's grace says, no, you are showing others that there is life and nothing to be ashamed of. And what I want to say is that there was a time that I would not talk about HIV. There was a time that I would not talk about my status. There was a time that I wasn't going to talk about it because of the stigma and the hurt and the shame, right? And a lot of times what happens is we don't understand how systematic, right? How the system works, right? I can't get any help or I can't do anything. Let me take one of these off because I think I'm just bright. Okay, wait, maybe that's not the one then. Hold on, maybe this is the one. Okay, let's try that. Nah, still too bright. Look, we tried it. Nunu says, use Dr. CB remedies. And you know, Nunu, if that's for people, if that's for them, then more power to it. That part right there. Davey said, you act very white. You know what? And this is why I love the world and what we do, right? Because people can come and say whatever they want to say, and I'm cool with it. Well, if I act white, then I act white, but I'm very much black, right? Blackity black. Okay, Nunu said, God bless. Indeed. All right, y'all. So I wanted to get that out this morning. Look, go talk to a friend. Be there for someone. World AIDS Day was a great thing. So I flew to Atlanta this weekend for World AIDS Day for ATL WAD, right? Which is World AIDS Day. And we premiered our short film, And We Rest on Giants, right? With the Truth Project. Let me tell y'all something. This was This was great. There were 5 films in total. Y'all, we seen that. So y'all do me a favor, right? Do me a favor. Y'all come on and follow, like, subscribe, and do all of that stuff with me. But what I want y'all to do is to go over to the Truth Project HTX, right? You can put it into Instagram, Facebook, all of these things, right? Go on over there and check it out, because this is what I'm telling you, right? This is what I'm telling you. I'm gonna try to say it like this, because I really want to make sure that you all know where I'm at. Hold on. All right. Somebody was saying something over here. Hey, good morning. Hey, Justin, good morning. I ain't seen you in a while, Justin. Good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all. So I went to Atlanta, and you never really know what to expect, right? You never really know how things are going to work. But this morning, my topic is listen to the clock on the wall, right? So I want to talk about my trip to Atlanta to premiere the documentary, but to also mingle and network and meet people, right? It was World AIDS Day. And what I love is that people were coming up to me and talking to me, and they were talking about, hold on, let me take these glasses off because I'm trying to make sure I'm good. They were talking about their journey, their fight, what they're doing right in this, right? And so I was like, although I know that I'm on purpose and I'm on this journey and I'm doing things, sometimes you have to take a step back and think about, right? Think about time. Think about what time means, right? I'm standing there in this, and I wanted to be in every moment that I could. I was taking pictures. I was talking to people. I was doing all of these things, right? And so this morning, what I want you to do is take a moment and think about it. Listen to the clock on the wall. Click, click. Listen to. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna try to do it like this. Can I do it like this? Tick, 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 tick. Listen to what I'm saying this morning. Is time is always ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. It's always moving. Millie Jackson said it in her song. She was like, listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, 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 tick. Like the clock is always ticking. Sometimes your blessings, sometimes the things that are there for you are on a time schedule. In this moment, in this time, in this moment, you're supposed to get something. You're supposed to have something, right? And you can't have it if you're not in it. If you're not listening to the clock on the wall, if you're not synchronizing your watches, if you're not understanding that time is borrowed, time waits for no one, right? And so this is my mantra. Every moment that I can make, I'm going to make a moment. I'm going to take a moment, because here's the reality. I may get another moment, but I won't have that moment. So while I was in Atlanta for ATL Ward this weekend, I made sure I talked, I met, I networked, I did everything that I could do, because I don't know if I will ever get that moment again. Listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, 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 tick. Like, you got to take a moment. And I know you can hear it in your mind, that ticking, tick, 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 or either from the Tyler Perry play, tick, tock, tick, tock. You have to understand that time is not going to wait for you. But there is time for you to have those blessings. There is time for you to have those moments. There is time for you to make a difference. So when your blessing comes your way and you feel like this is not something that you want to do, sometimes you got to suck it up and drive on. But other times you got to be in the moment and understand. Hey, Brilliant Tay, she said, that's so very true. Thank you so much. Say good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good morning. So this morning, our topic is listen to the clock on the wall. I know I didn't do it. Hold on. I'm going to bring my cup up. Y'all see my cup? I put the pop-up shop into the comments. Y'all go on and check it out. But we're going to sprinkle, listen to the clock on the wall in the cup, and we're going to take a sip out of it, right? We're going to take a sip out of it this morning. We're going to take a sip out of World AIDS Day. We're going to take a sip out of living. We're going to take a sip just because you woke up this morning. So I'm going to sprinkle it into the cup. Come on. Come on, y'all with me. Come on, take a sip. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Hold on. Let me get one more in. because it's a sip and not a slurp. Now, for those of you who are just now joining me, seeing me, feeling me, hearing me for the first time, that's how we sip. Everything is bigger in Texas except in Alaska, but everything is bigger in Texas, right? And so that's how we sip. It's a sip and not a slurp. Now, some of you may say that that's very much a slurp tight, and I'm going to say I will argue with you that it is a sip because at tight in the morning, that's how we sip, okay? So listen to the clock on the wall. What I want you to do is to take a moment right now where you're at and think about the opportunities that have come your way. Think about the blessings that have come your way. Think about the things that have come your way, and you figured you didn't have time or you didn't prepare for these things. And this is what I want to say. Sometimes they only come around one time. People say, oh, well, if it's meant for you, it'll come back. But let me tell you something. That very thing was probably meant for you in that time, in that moment, and in that space. And what you did was you let it just fly on by because you weren't listening to the clock on the wall. You didn't understand that time is borrowed. You didn't understand that time does not wait for nobody. And so what I have done, my mantra this year in particular, is for me to be in the moment. I don't care what kind of moment it is. There is always something to be learned. There's something to be heard. There's something to be understood. I am in the moment, right? And so this morning, when I say listen to the clock on the wall, I'm talking about time is ticking, right? You have another opportunity when you wake up to do something you didn't do on yesterday. Y'all know how I always talk about, I woke up this morning. So time is ticking again. But let me tell you something. What if you think, just think for a moment, what if I would have done that then? And a lot of people will say, oh, it's not my time. But you will never know if it was your time if you didn't try it. Now, if you tried it and it didn't work out, maybe it was not your time. But have you tried it? Were you in the moment? Right? Oh, I'm going to talk to you. You see me, we're going to talk. We're going to hug. We're going to understand. We're going to do whatever it is that you want. I'm going to ask for consent and da-da-da-da-da. But we're going to do these things because I don't know if I'll ever get this moment again. You ever been to a meeting or you've been to a convention or you've been to an event and then you said to yourself, man, I really wish I would have said something then. I wish I would have done this here. And a lot of people think that, oh, you're bugging people. I tell people all the time, my clients and people that I work with, there is no dumb question. There is no ignorant question. You ask the question because you don't know. And if you don't know, how will you ever know if you don't ask? Use this moment, right? When you're in a safe space, when you're in a place to go ahead and get some education and to do. I was telling them on Sunday when I was walking through the art museum thing, I was saying, hey, they was like, hey, Tyke, nice to meet you. And I was like, I shake hands, but I'm cool, but I'm a hugger. I like to hug because I like, you know what I mean? To know, I don't know when I'm going to see them again. I don't know what's going to happen. When this was first brought to me, I said, okay, yes, I'm going to do it. Right? Oh, Titan, for real? Yes. I don't know what the opportunities are, but time is ticking, right? Time didn't slow down. You can't reverse it. You can't go back in history and change anything. All you can do is be present in the moment and then make sure your future, make sure your future is bright. That's all, right? Listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. I want to say it one more time. Listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Think about it. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. You could have missed your blessing because you were not in the moment. You could have missed that financial blessing because you were not in the moment. But this is what I'm going to tell you. You be in the moment. Now, here's a little homework for you. But you go into this moment knowing your ish. You go into this moment educated on what it is that you need and how you're going to do it. You go into this moment and get yourself an elevator pitch. Get yourself, look, I'm Titan Capri and this is who I am and this is what I stand for. I need for you to be able to tell me that, right? Be on point. If you got to have some cards with you, if you got to do whatever it is that you need to do that. But what I want to say to you is that nothing is too small. Time waits for no one. But in that small little window, that small conversation, that small interaction, that small networking event, it can catapult you through the stratosphere. All because you listened to the clock on the wall and you took a moment. Come on. And you took a moment. Okay. Brilliante said, this is confirmation for me. Thanks. You're welcome, Brilliante. You're welcome. You're welcome. Bertha said, I love your hair. Thank you so much, Bertha. I'm in there, baby. I'm in there. I know. I got some length going on, and my loctician, baby, me and her been talking. Woo, I can't wait till I get an old nasty bun. But anyways, okay. All right, Bree said, I'm here. Hey, Bree, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you made it. You know, anytime you come on in, you know what I mean? So this is what I want you all to do, right? This is my ask of you today. Today, I want you to educate yourself on World AIDS Day. Actually, I want you to educate yourself on World AIDS Day, right? So next year, on December 1st, we're going to come and we're going to have I know it's a year away. It's a year away, right? And if we are blessed to be here next year on December 1st, we're going to talk about World AIDS Day. But I would like for you all to take a moment and then Google and get some information. The CDC, Allies in Hope, Truth Project, the Normal Anomaly, the Mahogany Project, AIDS Healthcare Foundation, Avenue 360, St. Hope. Just there are numerous organizations around Houston. And I'm sure those of you who are not in Houston, be busy, because I think I've seen Damien on here as well. There are organizations that are out there for that. But if you need any type of information, right, find out what HIV means to you, right? These are things that can help. Take a moment. The clock is ticking. You may need to help somebody get to another position, another place in their life. You may need to help somebody get up from the dump that they're in, from the stigma, the hurt, the shame. You may need to help them, but you can't help them if you're not educated, if you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? And I know y'all say, Titan, you always preaching and da-da-da-da-da. But this is what I'm saying. This is my life. This is my life. I was not educated, right, on the very thing that I have. I wasn't educated on HIV being something that I needed to be educated on. But I'm living, thriving in my diagnosis now. Before I was not. I was hiding. I was ashamed. I was hurt. All you got to do is Google. Go to the CDC. Shoot, come on over to my organization's website. We talk about HIV. AIHHouston.org. We talk about it. But if you see me on the streets, if you see me if you see me wherever, I'm always willing, let's talk. We don't have to make it all structured and let's talk about it. Human immunodeficiency virus. The first letter and word in HIV is human. We are human. And despite what people think, we didn't go out and say, hey, give it to me. We didn't go out and say, hey, transmit this to me. We didn't go out and say, acquire this. We didn't do that, right? But we get a bad rap because it's been vilified, right? Because we have something that's against God. We have something that's against our community. We have an agenda. We have all of these things, and I do not. I just want to live like the next person. I just want to be somebody and be able to love and be able to do all the things that have been bestowed before me on this earth to do. I want to do the same thing. But that stigma is strong and it's real, even in 2023. So, right? My unconventional advocacy is me not going book. But understand, this is what it is. This is what it looks like. And I have the right, right? While I'm listening to the clock on the wall, tick, 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 I have the right to live my life 100% authentically who I am. Because the same clock that's on your wall that's ticking, my clock is on my wall and ticking. I'm synchronizing my watch. I'm making sure that the numbers are there. My clock is ticking, but I deserve the same thing that you deserve. Just because I'm HIV positive, that does not mean that you get to walk all over me and treat me any old kind of way and use and abuse and do all of these things to me. That's not how that works. I'm human, just like you are. And I deserve, right, respect and love and honesty and all of the things that you deserve. Somebody asked me, and this was an older individual, and they said, Titan, why are you posting all of this? Why are you posting all of this AIDS stuff? And I said, so how about we do this, right? We just take a moment and we think about what you just said to me. We're not talking about nobody else. What you just said to me. I was diagnosed with AIDS. I only had 4 T cells. Death was knocking at my door. I prayed for it, for death. You just sit up here and said to me, now this is not a point the finger type of thing. I know I just pointed my finger, but it's not a point the finger type of thing. You just said to me what you or what society or what the world feels and how they think about these things. But I'm human, right? What if I was on the edge? What if you were the last person that was going to see me before something happens, and I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to talk to you because we're friends, we know each other, right? And then you say this, and then I have to remind myself that although I'm human and I'm living, right, and I'm thriving with HIV, I'm still an advocate. You see, I had to take myself out of the equation just for a moment, and I had to advocate because this person, right, they had a misconception about what I was doing because they didn't know. And then you always hear this, and this is what they say, oh, Titan, I didn't know your backstory. I didn't know that that's what you went through. I didn't know this and this and this. And I said, but understand where I'm coming from. You started shooting, pow, pow, with both barrels. You don't know what's back here. And 9 times out of 10, if you don't know who I am, you're not going to know that. But I'm going to stand in front of you, right? And I'm going to be that advocate. I'm going to be that person. This is what I'm going to do because I know that the clock is ticking. I know that I don't have time to let stuff like this just slide by like I used to. And I thank God that I have the spirit and the essence that I have because people are more receptive to what I have to say. But what if this was some place and time where I wasn't feeling that? I wasn't that. It would have been 2 fingers, 1 word piece. I'm out. I don't have time to educate you. What am I educating you for? You just sit up here and threw daggers at me because you think I was over here doing this to try to be in the number. No, I'm living. I'm thriving with HIV. This is my life. Every day I wake up, I know this is what it is. So when I'm out here and I'm standing in front of people and people are saying things that are out of pocket, it is my duty to make sure that I let people know human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, the first letter and word is human. I am human. That's it. So while people are talking and people are saying and they're pointing the finger and they're vilifying us and they're saying all of these hurtful things, I'm over here listening to the clock on the wall, tick tock, tick tock. I have to stop this. I got to intercept this ball from getting to, I got, the other team is about to get a touchdown. I got to intercept this and run this back. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have no hate. I don't have no anger. I don't have nothing towards the person. But they were older and quote unquote set in their ways. And now we talk. And you know what they said to me? They said, Titan, you are the only person that explained it to me. And I said, well, I'm hoping, right, that in the future, when you approach someone, you approach them differently because of the conversation that we've had, right? And the education that we just had, right? Really quick, little cheat sheet, but you understand how this works. If you approach somebody else like this that hasn't been through what I've been through or hasn't, understood that this is their journey and this is what they're supposed to do, they may pop off with you. They may go cray-cray. They may act a fool. They may knuckle up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to understand where we're at. And everybody is not everybody. Everybody's not going to respond the way that I respond. Everybody's not going to take a moment. Y'all saw how I took a moment. I said, hold on. Because this person doesn't hate me. This person is thinking about what they've heard about this nasty, dirty disease. I'm putting up quotations, air quotations, right? This is what they've heard. So their only way to come at me or the disease, because it wasn't coming at me, right? It was the disease, but I was the one speaking and posting about it. So they asked, well, what you doing with all this AIDS stuff? It's 2023. If you gonna, be out, just be out and stuff. It's never that easy. It's never that easy. Because if it was that easy, my village, my tribe, my gang, and my family, if it was that easy, we wouldn't even have this issue or problem. We would not have it. It would be done, signed, sealed, and delivered. Obviously, we have an issue. Obviously, it's still an issue. Obviously, HIV is still affecting and effecting us in such a manner that it has not been eradicated. There is no cure. And although the medicines and everything that we have are letting us live longer lives and we're here and things like that, you are still HIV positive. And that still holds stigma. And we are fighting a fight that we should be much further along than we are. But stigma, hurt, shame, guilt is still prevalent. It's still here. So I just, let me take a moment, right? Take a moment. Charlotte said, time is so precious that God only allows a second at a time, and we must value every moment. Knowledge is power, my dear friend. Stand in your truth. And you know, I got you, New High. You know, Charlotte, I'm going to stand in that truth. Rhonda said, God bless you. You, baby, yes, you are right. Let me tell y'all, thank you all for the comments. And then I'll stand in my truth, because that was a time where I thought that I was the only one affected. I thought I was the only one. When you get out into the world and you're doing this work, you find people, young people, right? You find people that don't really understand, because this stigma has been passed down from generation to generation to generation. People will tell me, right, all about how nasty and how much of a villain I am because I'm HIV positive, but they won't get tested. Right? That's not me. I ain't need to get tested. I'm good. I'm clean. Things like that. Like, that's very stigmatizing. I'm clean. I'm this. You know what? You infected and and all of this stuff. And I'm saying to myself, okay, Titan. Okay. You got to change this. You got to change this. You know how in science, they tell you, you got the change happens on a molecular level, right? I got to change it that deep. I got to go deep, deep, deep and change it there so that it'll be changed on the surface. So I had to go inside, listening to the clock on the wall, tick, tick, and understand that I am somebody in this. And I had to make sure on a molecular level that I changed my thought process, the way the way I show up, the way I love, the way I educate, the way I advocate. I had to change it, right? Because you remember what I said? I stopped. I paused. When that gentleman said that, the what? Okay, Titan, this can go one of two ways. This can go to the far left, or this can go to the right. Which way is going to go, Titan? And I said, he is not educated on what HIV truly is. He doesn't understand that it affects people. I am human. He doesn't understand that it is a virus. He doesn't understand where it comes from. He doesn't understand how we get in treatment. He doesn't understand the stigma surrounding it. He doesn't get it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, family, friends, tribe, village, gang, he, she, they, them. Hey, some people are not going to get it. And that's okay. But while I'm listening to the clock on the wall, I make sure, right, that I put it out there. I make sure. Now, whether you receive it, whether you take it, fold it up and put it in your purse, put it in your pocket, whether you put it, make an airplane out of it and throw it, whatever you do with it, it's on you after that. But I'm going to make sure, right, that I'm listening to the clock on the wall. Every moment is a moment for me to make change, to effect change, to do what I need to do in this world, to do what God put me on this earth to do. Right? Argue with your mama. To do what I have been placed in this space and time continuing in the universe. So I'm over here in my own little special place. But God then placed me, universe then put me right here. I didn't have no control over who I was born to, where I came from, how I got here, but I'm here. And so in this space and time continuing, I'm listening to the clock on the wall. And the clock on the wall is telling me that every moment I have is special. Every moment I have is important. Every moment that I can advocate for myself and for others who can't advocate for themselves is special. So I have to take that moment. I got to make sure that I'm out there and I'm doing what I need to do. But hold up. I got to make sure I take care of myself. I got to make sure I educate myself. I got to make sure that I understand that I'm human and I will make mistakes. I will fall back. I will sometimes get mad and don't want to do. I will do these things because I am human. And I can't conquer anything if I can't call it by its name, if I can't acknowledge it. You understand what I'm saying? So this morning, when I tell you to listen to the clock on the wall, tick, tock, the clock is ticking. But you have moments, you have blessings, you have a moment to where you can make a difference. And again, remember, it don't have to be huge. It could be small. It could be small. And those are the pieces that matter. Those are the pieces that matter. Covered by God's grace, and unfortunately, in my opinion, there is no cure because it makes money. Cure versus profit. Covered in God's grace, baby, me and you can have a whole conversation about that right there, right? Because see, here's the thing. We know this. This is nothing new, right? This is nothing new, right? Medication, medicine, $1 trillion business. I'm going to tell you something covered by God's grace and everybody else here, but covered by God's grace brought this up. I'll never forget. I was diagnosed and I went into treatment. And the medication that they gave me, in the beginning, I was taking 5 pills. The medication that they gave me was $3,000 a pop. $3,000 a pop. And the HIV epidemic was affecting those that were disproportionately homeless, jobless, those that could not afford, those that look like me but didn't trust going to a doctor, and then those that had been to a doctor but had been treated any other kind. Like, make it make sense, right? And so in the beginning, I was like, this is not my fight. I'm not doing this. We already know that it's about money. We already know what it is, right? And then they were misdiagnosing you and doing all of these things and saying all of these. But here's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all something. And y'all may think you're fighting against the grain. Y'all may think, hey, good morning, preach kid. Good morning. You know, that boy that can sing. He can sing. He can sing. Hey, preach kid, good morning. Hey, Kwame, good morning. See, I love all them O's and N's and R's and INGs. Come on, Kwame, come on. I love it. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm going to say this because it's about time for me to get out of here. I got about 8 minutes or so. So what I didn't understand was how I was on a program called Ryan White, and I did not have the money. So patients assistance program. There were a couple of things that happened. I wasn't working at the time. I didn't understand. I didn't know, right? And then Ryan White came into my life, right? I didn't know who Ryan White was. And really at that moment, I really wasn't even trying to figure out who he was or anything like that, because in this moment, I didn't have a job at the time. And here I am being diagnosed with something, right? And I don't know what's going to happen. So I can't afford it. I don't have any money. I don't have anything like that. I did have a job at the time. Yes, but insurance and all of those things, right? And so here comes the patient assistance program. Here come Ryan White. Here come ADAP. All of these things that come up and you're like, wait, what is this, right? What is this? I did not know that medication was going to be $3,000 a pop. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Covered by God's Grace said meds were priced for the Magic Johnson pockets, not for the regular folks. And I'm the regular folks. It was not that. I didn't know what was going to happen, right? And they talked to me. They talked to me as if, okay, well, either you're going to do this or you're going to die. And I was like, well, now that I want to live, how do I live? And what do I do? And da-da-da-da-da. And it was crazy. It was a very stigmatizing, it was a very traumatic time. And I didn't really understand what was happening, what was going on. Hey, the King, good morning, Positive King. He said, good morning, Positive King. I'm a Positive King, baby. Good morning. And so I didn't know. I didn't understand. And y'all, I think sometimes we have to take a step back and understand that this is not something otherworldly. This is not something that's over there that doesn't affect me. It affects you, right? It affects your tax dollars. It affects your family. It affects your taxes. It affects rates. It affects fees and all of these things, because there is no money in a cure. None. And when this disease, this virus, is disproportionately affecting Black and brown individuals, you think to yourself, and we make up almost half, but we're only 14% of the population, 13, 14%. You got to do the math. That math ain't mathing. How is that possible? And in the South, how is that possible? Take a moment, and this is my ask of you. What does HIV mean to you? Yes, y'all, this is my platform, and we're going to talk about some HIV. We're going to make sure that we do it. Why? Because I'm living and thriving with HIV. However, the fight does not end with me living and thriving. We still have to fight. Something simple as a Google search of HIV. What does HIV mean to you? And believe me, and I know somebody, whoever this is right here, you saying it doesn't mean nothing to me because it has nothing to do with me. Bada, 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 bada. Listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, 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 tick. It has everything to do with you. You are a human being in this world, not in this community, not in this society, in this world. HIV definitely has an effect on you. Somewhere down the line, it has come in to your world and it has shook stuff up. It has brought up the dust. You know how when you walk into a place and the dust is settled all on the ground, and then you start stomping with your boots, and the dust just comes up, and all of a sudden you sneeze and I should. Or there's some trauma that's going on, but the trauma is not your trauma. The trauma is somebody else's trauma, but it's in the vicinity. HIV has affected or affected you. You might not have been able to put a boom. Oh, wait a minute. But it has. This morning, right? You are listening to someone, watching someone, understanding someone that's thriving with HIV, but you understand my story, how I got here, and then how it's still 2023 and people are still being diagnosed and don't know what, don't know why, don't know how to be there for themselves. They are looking for help and need. And then some of you have said, excuse me, not you, because y'all my village, my tribe, my gang. I got y'all. Some people have said to me, I'm going to say to Titan, talking to myself in like a third person. They said, Titan, well, they just need to stop doing this and stop doing that. It is never that simple. I'm human. I am human. I'm human. And I'm saying it like that because I really need you to understand that human aspect. We're going to do things. We're going to backslide, if you want to say it that way. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do all of these things because we're human. And sometimes we don't even understand how traumatic our childhood, the trauma that we've been through, we're not healing. We're not doing things. We want to sweep it under the rug and then just trip over it every now and then and think that's okay. We want to let it rear its ugly head again and again and again. But what I want to tell y'all today, listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, 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 tick. Your time, your moment is now. Do not let a moment pass you by to where you can't be educated or you can't understand or you don't hold space for the human aspect of life. You are human. So y'all, my ask of you today is, what does HIV mean to you? But my other ask, along with that, what does it mean to you, is to take a moment. Always take a moment. Be in the moment. Listen to the clock on the wall. Tick, tick, tick. Because the clock is ticking. But your clock doesn't have to tick to where you can't effect change or be somebody's change or help somebody. It can be very much that. But you got to be in the moment. You have to understand. And things are not going to be easy, but you can do this, right? And again, if you need something, you let me know. Come talk to me, baby. Come talk to me. I am here for you. I'm always going to be here. We're always going to advocate, right? But I want you to take a moment and listen to the clock on the wall. Understand that time is ticking. There is a moment that you could have done something for yourself and for others that you let slide by. And y'all, look, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all, I talk about being selfish. I talk about doing it for yourself. But remember what I said, I had to go to a molecular level. I had to go deep down in and find out what Titan, why was I put here, Lord? Why did you put me here in this space, in this time continuum? Why am I still here? 18 years ago, I thought I was dead. Why didn't I die then? There have been a couple of times that death is kind of like walked up around me and I felt, whoa. Why am I still here? I'm still here because I have work to do. My clock is still ticking, tick, tick, tick. Now, I didn't have a chance to do it back then because I didn't have the tools and I didn't have the necessary equipment to do that. Now, and I'm still learning, but now I'm that unconventional advocate. We're going to talk about it. We're going to laugh about it. We're going to eat. We're going to discuss, but we're going to be real and understand that I'm human, right? And I don't expect nothing from you that I don't expect from myself. But if you're going to step, if you're going to be somewhere, if you're going to know what you're doing there, know that time doesn't wait for anyone. If you are going to do it, then you do it, right? And again, I don't know who I'm talking to right here, but whoever this is for you, but it's for me as well. Know what you're doing. Don't ever roll up in a space and try to take a moment and you're not educated on what's going on around you. Make sure that you know. Make sure when you talk that ish, you drop some gems and some nuggets in that ish. You can be funny, you can laugh, you can talk, you can be loud and do all those things, but you got to know where you're at. And then another thing, before I get out of here, know what your clock says. You're listening to the TikTok, know where your clock is. My clock said, at this moment, I need to be in this. Tick, tick, tick. At this moment, I need to educate. Tick, tick, tick. At this moment, I need to be on this platform and talking to whoever it is that I'm talking to. And here's the thing. Most of the time, you will never know the person that you're talking to because they're not in your immediate circle, village and tribe and gang. Yes, you get the message, but there's always somebody out there that you're reaching that you have no idea that you're reaching. And that's the part. That's the part. Okay. Charlotte said HIV and AIDS is only scary and unimportant to those who have not been affected by it, whether directly or indirectly. And that's true. You better speak that. You better speak that. And then she said, I want to continue to learn because I have lost many family and friends to this virus, keeping it real. And you know what, and Charlotte, thank you for that. And we hold space for you on that. This is what I want you to know, right? Charlotte, it's nothing wrong with learning, and it's nothing wrong with that. And you know, you can always call me, Charlotte. You can always call me, and we'll do what we need to do. But a lot of times you don't understand how people hide and people stay hidden because of trauma and stigma around HIV and AIDS. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get out of here. I did a presentation where I talked about AIDS. And everybody kept saying, oh, well, it was a stage 3. It's this, it's that. And I said, well, this is my story, right? This is my story. This is how me, not anybody else. This is how I tell my story because I was diagnosed with AIDS. So you can't tell me to omit AIDS out of my presentation because this is part of my story. It's part of my legacy. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times people want to tell you, but they want to take it out. They don't want you to talk about it. They don't want you to talk about sex. They don't want you to talk about any of these things. They don't want you to do any of these things, right? But how are we going to affect change? How are we going to do it if we can't talk about it, if we can't discuss it, if we can't enlighten and educate people? But there we go. So I learned that I am someone who has to do it my way, right? My way doesn't work your way or they way. It doesn't work like that, right? We got to make sure that we understand that I don't look like, I don't sound like, I don't do like the other person over here. That's not my story. That's not my journey. So I'm not going to look like that, talk like that, or feel like that. However, I'm going to come to you with the knowledge and the understanding and the education. I'm going to let you know the numbers and the stats. I'm going to make sure that you understand what this is. This is not just a Titan thing. This is a world thing. You understand what I'm saying? So on Friday, while I was sitting there with Janet Jackson on World AIDS Day, I was there at celebrating those that we have lost, right? Celebrating those that are still in the fight, right? Acknowledging that we still have fight. We still have change to effect. We still have work to do. And that's that. That's that. Okay, I am. Ziggy said, is that Queen Latifah? See, you know, the people always, it's only a problem if you sleep around. No. See, and this is what I want to say to you all. It's not a sleep around problem. That's not it. Because here we go again, though, right? Here we go. I don't know. I said I'm getting out of here. Give me just 2 more minutes. Here we go again. If it was just a sleeping around problem, We could have eradicated that. We could have done that. Knowledge is power. The knowledge is sleeping around. Then you could have done that. We would already, we know that it's not just a sleeping around problem. Never has been, never will be, right? Because most of us who have been diagnosed, including myself, was not sleeping around like that. So remember that. Women want this. It's my body, my choice. Then complain when they catch something. That's not it. See, and nothing against what I Am Ziggy is speaking of, because this is what society and this is what the world thinks, right? We have to understand, again, going back to the human aspect, right? We don't know what's in the bag. We don't know the history. We don't know the trauma. We don't know what's going on and why this is the way it is. However, right? But we have to educate ourselves and understand that we can't point the finger and we can't stigmatize, or we can't re-stigmatize somebody or re-traumatize somebody, because we don't know how they became HIV positive. We don't know. And everybody wants to go sleeping around. And y'all know the reason why I said this, right? Why I'm speaking on this is because that's what I let everybody believe, that I slept around and that's how I became HIV positive, or that's how I became, have a diagnosis of AIDS. But that was not the case in point. That was not the case in point. That part right there. And I think sometimes we want to say that this is what it is, but it's not. It's never that easy. It's never that easy, right? It's never that easy. Listen to the clock on the wall. That was our topic today. But what I want you to do is find out, what does HIV mean to you? That's the question. That's the question. And if you can only answer it with negativity and anger and hurt and shame and vilifying people, then you have no idea. You have no idea. What does HIV mean to you? While you listening to the clock on the wall, tick, 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 tock, I want you to take a moment, because that clock is ticking. Take a moment. And what does HIV mean to you? Because that's where you're going to find your answers. That's where you're going to start to understand. And if you have a question and if you need, y'all come talk to me. Send me a message. Let me know what it is. Come talk to me, right? But we're going to always uplift. We're going to always talk about it, because that's part of my life. That's part of my journey. I am HIV positive. I was diagnosed with AIDS. World AIDS Day was Friday. I celebrated. I understood those that we have lost, but I also understand those that are still in the fight and that are fighting for justice, HIV justice, right? Not criminalization. So there are ways. And I'm not the person, I may not have all the words that you may want to hear. What we're going to do is we're going to sit down and have a conversation. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it real. We're going to grab our cups and we're going to take a sip out of it. We're going to be country. We're going to be loud. We're going to do whatever it is. But we're going to understand that we are here and we are fighting for each other, right? We are fighting for each other. Human. We are human. Human. And we're going to make mistakes. We're going to have problems. We're going to have issues. But human. Oh, it's a sip and not a slurp. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all going over to the pop-up shop and get y'all a Titan in the Morning mug. Y'all go on and support a brother over there and get you a Titan in the Morning mug. I believe that I put it in the comments on TikTok, but maybe I did not. Hold up, wait a minute, TikTok. I don't think I did with y'all, did I? But I put it in now, and I'm going to pin it. Look, I'm all late and stuff. Look, y'all, I thank you all so much. I appreciate you for doing this. I appreciate you for being here. The King said, Positive King, I love who you are, and I love who you made me to be. Oh, come on. Oh, gotcha. I got you. Okay, I had to take it. I got you, Positive King. Look, the King, Positive King. You call me a Positive King. I believe that you're a Positive King as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Look, y'all, take a moment. Take a moment and listen to the clock on the wall. The clock is ticking. There should be no reason for you to say, I don't know, right? You got me. You got all of us. We all up in here, right? We all up in here. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. And if I don't know it, I'll find it out and we can do what we need to do. But you know what? We can have some good old time while we're trying to figure it out though, right? I love y'all. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's tight in the morning. Y'all come see me, right? Y'all come see me. And your homework today, this is your homework, right? What does HIV mean to you? I'm going to ask y'all on Thursday. We're going to talk on Thursday. What does HIV mean to you? Because I need for you to be in. I need for you to understand. I need for you to be a part of my village, my tribe, and my gang. And how do we start there? How do we do that? That's how we do it. Look, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. So if nobody has told you today, nobody told you yesterday, nobody told you last week, last year, last month, right? Look, I love you right where you're at in this moment. I love you for who you are right where you're at in this moment. While you're listening to the clock on the wall, right? I love you right where you're at in this moment. Take your arms, take your hands, and if you can't do it physically, do it mentally, do it spiritually, right? And wrap those arms around you. I want you to wrap those arms around you. And I want you to say to yourself, look at yourself, either in your phone, in your mirror, wherever you're at. And even if you don't have it, you say it to yourself just like this. I love you right where you're at in this moment. And look, ladies and gentlemen, village, tribe, gang, he, they, them. Look, you ain't got to ask for it. You ain't got to return it with a receipt. I love you right where you're at in this moment. You may get other moments, but you won't have this moment. Take this moment. Hug yourself real tight, right? Hug yourself real tight. And sometimes when you're hugging yourself real tight and you're feeling that love that you have for yourself, sometimes you may have to moan with it. Hey, yes. Look, y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Tell somebody you love them. Tell yourself first, but then go and tell somebody else you love them. We don't have enough love in the world. You love you love somebody else, and then they're going to love somebody else, and somebody and somebody and somebody. They're going to keep on going. I love y'all. See y'all on Thursday. Let me tell you something. I woke up this morning. Yes. Peace and blessings to you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hey, Charlotte said, I love you. I love you too. I love you too, Charlotte. You know I do. Hey, thank you so much, Marva. Thank you so much for the roses and the gifts. And y'all, come on. Y'all like me up we do. It's a sip and not a slurp. Okay. I will see y'all on Thursday. Y'all take care. Now, look, what does HIV mean to you? On Thursday, we're going to talk about it. All right. Love y'all. Until next time, y'all be good. Y'all be gravy. Y'all do what you came to do. All right, y'all. Bye. Hi,
I'm Titan Capri with Titan in the Morning. Titan in the Morning is a morning wake up to get your day started. We grab our cups, we put a topic in the cup, and we take a sip of what's in that cup. It's a whole lot of peace, love, real topics, and truths. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursdays. So grab your cup and remember,